welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Right, in this video, I'm going to be playing some guitar because I don't really do that much, which is a really weird thing for me to say. As a gigging musician, I only ever really played guitar at gigs, and that's the whole point of this video, really. And gigging full time, which meant me doing quite a lot over a year. I think in my peak times, I was doing 250 plus gigs a year. Which meant I just didn't have the energy to pick up a guitar and play for fun, for myself. I did sometimes, but you know, and making these videos and stuff like that. But anyway, before we get on to that, I just want to answer a few questions, a few comments, if you will. One thing I'm going to point out is, I mean, generally I get a lot of good comments. I get a lot of really positive, good, constructive comments, which is great. Occasionally, you get comments from people that get a little bit butthurt if I don't like something that they like. I mean, that's just the way it goes, right? I do reviews of quite a lot of things. If I review something, I'm usually not getting paid to do these reviews. So because of that, it's an honest review. I always do it as honest as I can and how I feel about it. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean that it's not liked by others. Does that make sense? People get really butthurt when I say things like, oh, I didn't like this, is a rubbish product, and then they're like, well, yeah, but I use this and it's great and it's blah blah blah. Just pointing out that I'm as honest as I possibly can be about how I feel about a product. I think that's all I can say about that, really. And it's not ignorant to not like a certain instrument. I was called ignorant because I don't like banjos. I made a joke about a banjo. I made a joke about a banjo being included in the Era Band, you know, presets. I don't like banjos. You know, yeah, there's plenty of skill in playing a banjo. I don't like bagpipes either. You know, that's my opinion. You know, just because you like it doesn't mean you have to call me names. All right? Anyway, what I'm saying is take everything as it is. I'm just as honest with my opinions as I can be. Right. Okay. And as far as the Era Band guitar goes, this is kind of connected to that a little bit. If you're new to the channel, you might not have seen it, but I was endorsed actually in this occasion. Not paid, they just gave me the guitar. And I gave my honest, thorough opinion and review of it. Went through it like as thorough as I possibly could. And my opinion was I really liked it. It's really useful. I still use it. My daughter's actually using it at the moment. But you've got to remember, it's not a replacement for a conventional guitar. It's something else. And people get a bit butthurt about that because it's not really intended to be that. Anyway, that's a whole different story. Like, all I'm saying is I try to be as honest with my opinions as I possibly can. Right. Anyway, moving on. And this video is the same. And what I want to talk about, and I'm going to get my guitar out in a minute, is as a gigging musician, I gigged pretty solid for, I don't know, 30 years. I'm 50 years old now, believe it or not. I know I don't look it. I'm 50 years old, and I started when I was about 20. And from the age of about 20 to I was about 34, it built and built and built and built and built and built. But it was, although I did do original music alongside it, not all that much. It was covers. So I was in a covers duo with backing tracks for a long time, about 10 years doing that, with a singer, keyboard player, me, guitar, backing vocals, and backing tracks. Did that a lot of gigs with that. Absolutely tons and tons and tons and tons of gigs with that. Working man's clubs, pubs, parties, you name it, we did it. And it was just all your straight run-of-the-mill covers. And then I've done solo acoustic gigs with a looper, and I've done duo acoustic gigs, and I've done bands, full bands as well. All the way up to like 50 years old, but when up to the age of 34, so that's what, 14 years, right? I didn't improve. My guitar playing skills or my knowledge set, whatever, didn't improve because I got stuck in a rut. Because all I was doing was, I had a full-time job as well and gigging. So a full-time job, gigging weekends, sometimes in the week as well, in the good days. So I was not practicing. So all I was doing was just going through the motions week after week after week after week. Not really getting any better. I might occasionally have to learn a new song. As far as soloing goes, it was just, I tend to improvise all my solos. I don't really learn solos, you know, unless it really fits the song. But improvising, and then you end up just doing the same kind of lick, same thing over and over again. And when I went to college, when I was 34, to do my degree in music, I was then presented with guitar teachers and vocal teachers as well, vocal coaches. It was really good. And I realised that I wasn't at the level I could be, or should be, you know, for the amount of time I've been playing. And then I had a really great guitar teacher, top session player, and opened up a whole world for me. And then I quickly, over those, I think 4 years, 2-year degree, it was 2-year music degree, 2-year teaching degree, because I ended up teaching there as well. But during that time, I accelerated my skills and my knowledge, and everything just accelerated. And then eventually got made redundant, which is a real pain. Then I went out gigging. I was gigging all the way through that, but then I went out gigging, you know, full time again to make a living, right? And then since then, so I was at this point, I'm like, what, 38, pushing 40, and then now I'm 50. And then so that time there, from 10 years, that 12, 10-year period, I haven't improved. I've been flat again. Do you know what I mean? I think actually I've got worse. I think I've forgotten lots of stuff I learned at college, because I'm just not applying it. And again, I spent a lot of years just going through the motions, just same songs pretty much week after week, you know. And as you know, if you follow this channel, I gave it all up and I don't do any of it anymore. And now I'm going to get back into playing guitar and actually pushing myself to do things and learn new things and play new things, which is great, right? So let's get the guitar out, shall we? Now, you might not know, I live in a van full time. This is my van. So I don't have a guitar or space for it to have a guitar out most of the time. So I did design my own collapsible guitar, which I'm going to get out now. But the good news is we have just rented a new lock-up studio storage area type thing. So I will be able to build myself a little area, studio type area and workshop, so I can work on guitars as well pretty soon. So I won't have to do it in here, so I'll be able to just go there and there'll be stuff out, and it's going to be a lot easier, and a lot easier for me to make videos as well. So this is my guitar like that. So I'm gonna have to build this quickly, won't take long, and I'll be back in a sec. Now, I do apologise for any hum on that recording, but this is what I've got to put up with being in a van doing it. It's not ideal. But obviously, moving to the new premises, it's going to be a lot better, and I'll be able to set it up better and have better sounds and have various instruments around me as they come and go as well, which should be great. So that was good fun, actually just spanking the guitar for it. Obviously, it went on for a lot longer than that, and if you watched all of that, thank you, well done, because it just was a lot of nonsense. But I'm rusty, and I can tell I'm rusty, and it's not flowing like it should. I'm having to think too much, and I'd rather, I'd rather feel more than think too much. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And I've also got an injury, so I've got tendonitis in my elbow, which connects to my hand, and my hand hurts as well, and that's all down to years and years and years of gigging and abuse and probably bad posture and bad technique and all that kind of thing as well. So I'm battling with that at the moment. Need to do some physio with it, and take anti-inflammatories and things. I don't know, but it's giving me a lot of pain to play at the moment. I'm not complaining about my career choice and what I'm very, very grateful for everything that I've been given. I've done some amazing things in my music career, and I've said this before, and I'm very, very grateful for that, and all the people I've played with, and all the people I've met on the road and on my journeys and stuff like that. So I'm not moaning about it, but it's just like something that I'm aware of, and it's kind of happened to me over those 30 years, is that I not only fell out of love with playing guitar, when I was gigging all the time, I didn't progress, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's just my story. I don't know whether it resonates with any of you, or whether you just think I'm talking a load of schmoodle and you want to throw some abuse at me, like some of you do sometimes. I'm only kidding. No, you don't. You're brilliant. And we're going to continue with this channel, obviously, and keep building it up. And I'm going to keep practicing and enjoying it. I'm going to learn some new things. I'm going to go back to the beginning. When I first started playing guitar, I was bang into like Van Halen and Steve Vai and Joe Satriani, Blue Saraceno, if you know who that is, Brian May, even Eric Clapton. I'm in a big diverse, Gary Moore, to name a few, Jimi Hendrix, obviously, Steve Ray Vaughan, all that stuff. So I might go back and look at some of the techniques that I started with, because I kind of lost those techniques over the years, and maybe some new things too. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. If you're interested in the guitar, there is a video about the guitar and how I built that. It works fine. If you've got limited space, you can easily take the neck on and off. It doesn't affect it at all. This is just my beta guitar, which I saved from a bin. But it's all right. I've got some pickups coming actually to review. Ooh, see what I mean? Which I might chuck in this. But it's actually a joy to play this little cheap throwaway guitar, probably from a catalogue back in the day. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. God bless you. And here's the jingle. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you like my YouTube show, hit like and comment and get involved. If you dig my vibe, then hit subscribe and never miss an episode of my YouTube show. Peace. Till next time.